We are going to be doing some nice deep inhalations into our body in various postures, and that's going to start to bring and draw energy in and throughout the body. We're going to stretch into all of our muscles, from the legs to our arms, to our side body, to our hips, to our shoulders, to our neck. And by doing so, I hope to bring back a sense of vitality to the way that your physical body feels and a sense of calmness to your mind. Let's get to the class. To begin with, find yourself a comfortable seat. Then we're going to take 3 cleansing breaths to calm our nervous system. And then we're going to take 10 deep breaths to land in and on our mats. Start by finding that comfortable seat. You can place your hands wherever you'd like to. Close your eyes or soften your gaze down at the floor. And take a deep breath into your belly and into your chest. Hold your breath on the top of your inhale just for a moment. Then exhale out of your mouth with a sigh. Let's take 2 more cleansing breaths like that. If you feel like you need a couple more cleansing breaths to settle yourself in, feel free to do so. Otherwise, close your mouth and start to take the breath in through the nostrils. Feel your belly inflate and then your chest enlarge as you inhale. And as you exhale, feel the air pass out, your belly and your chest relax, and your body kind of sink down into your mat. Keep the breath rolling in and out in a rhythmic pattern. With each inhale, imagine you're inspiring energy, inhaling energy into your body. And with each exhale, feel your muscles and any tightness you're feeling soften and let go. Keep going. Sometimes we don't arrive on our mats as quickly as we'd like to. And so if you're feeling like you're struggling to arrive today, just know that that's very normal. And just trust in the process of this yoga practice, in that it will help you find that sense of grounding. To do that, simply keep your breath rolling in and out. Keep inhaling energy and exhaling to relax. See if you can count these last 5 breaths down in your head. For these last 3 breaths, tune into the temperature on your skin, on your arms and your feet and your hands and your face. And then with this last breath, see if you can tune into all the sounds, all the different sounds in the room that you're in, or the space that you're in around you. And try to identify at least 3 sounds. And once you're ready, you can open your eyes, start to wriggle your fingers, wriggle your toes. And then I want you to squeeze the muscles of your face together, squeeze the muscles of your hands together, squeeze the muscles of your toes together, and exhale out of your mouth and open them all up. Let's do that 2 more times. It's a really nice way to release. So inhaling, squeezing in, exhaling to release. 1 more. Good. Next, take your hands onto your knees and start to circle your shoulders. We're going to do the same kind of release now, but with our shoulders. Change the direction. Let's just loosen them out first. And then when you're ready, take a deep breath in through your nostrils and squeeze your shoulders upwards and into your neck, like so. Try to keep your head straight and relax the muscles around your neck as you do this. And on your exhale, sigh out of your mouth and drop your shoulders down. Good, let's do that 2 more times. Nice. Now let's start to circle the nose just to massage the neck. You can draw a spiral with your nose. Notice if there are any kinks or parts of soreness or tension that you feel. And when you're ready, just start to circle back the other way. Taking a deep breath in and a smooth breath out. Cool. Come back to a neutral position. Take your hands beside you. Let's bring some more movement into the postures. So when you're ready, walk your hands as far away from you as you can. Should feel a nice stretch in the tops of the arms. And then take a deep breath in and sweep your arms up. Let your inhale end when your hands touch together. And as you exhale, float your hands down. Let your exhale end when your hands touch your mat. Do 2 more and really try to stretch your hands with each breath. Good. Take a deep breath in. This time sweep both arms up. And as you exhale, plant your left hand down, reach your right arm up as high as you can, and exhale it over to that left side. On your next breath in, sweep your right arm up to the ceiling. Just gain a little bit more height before exhaling to extend it even further to that left side. Hold here for 2 breaths, and if it's okay for your neck, look up to your armpit or to your bicep. Try to keep your shoulders relaxed. And just notice your breath. On your next breath in, sweep both arms up. Exhale over to the other side, reaching that left arm over. Sweep the left arm up, gain that extra bit of height and length. And exhale, reach across. Take 2 breaths here. Try and breathe space into your rib cage. Sweep both arms up as you breathe in. And this time as you exhale, just bring your hands out in front of you and spider crawl them forward, but try not to round your back. So I'll turn side on so you can see me. So instead of doing this with your spine, keep it nice and long, reaching out through the top of the head. Just walk your hands forward until you feel a stretch in your lower back or your legs or your glutes. Once you're there, hold, draw your chin in and take 2 breaths. Soften on the exhale. After the second exhale, just engage your core a little bit. Walk your hands forward and sweep them up on the inhale. As you exhale, bring your right hand onto your left knee, your left hand behind you, and twist. Draw your chin inwards to extend the back of the spine around the neck region. Just take 2 breaths here. Try to deepen your breath now. On your next breath in, turn your head to face the front of the mat. Just take a deep breath in here. And as you exhale, drop your right shoulder down to your right knee and take your left arm onto your lower back. Just be really careful here. Breathing into the left side of the lower back, that's where you should feel the stretch. 2 breaths. Nice and slow. After the exhale, use the strength of that right hand that's on your left knee to pull yourself up, and then sweep both arms out in front of you into the ceiling. And exhale to the other side. Draw that chin into the neck to extend the back of the spine around the neck region. Start to deepen your breath. On the exhale, you might like to twist a little deeper. And then on an inhale, just turn your head to face forward and drop that left shoulder down to the left knee. This time you're finding the stretch on the right side of your lower back. You could even bring that right hand onto that stretching point that you feel. Take 2 breaths and really try to breathe into where you're feeling that stretch. Then using the strength of your left hand, lift yourself up, sweep both arms up. And then just to ground yourself down, bring your hands through to your heart center and relax your shoulders as you do so. Really let them drop and loosen. Cool, we're going to move into stretching the outsides of the feet, but before we do so, let's stretch the insides of the legs. So bring your feet together to begin with, and then you're coming into what we call a diamond shape. And what I want you to do is, and it's called Barakanasana, I think. Yeah. What I want you to do is draw your legs not close to your hips, but rather a little further away from you, like so that the diamond shape is a little bit bigger. Then take a big breath in and press your belly and your chest forward as you do that. On the exhale, try to keep that pressing of the belly and the chest still happening, and just draw your belly and your chest forward as though you're trying to reach them to a wall that's like right in front of you. So you're trying to get your belly and your chest to touch that wall. Good. Once you find a limit of that stretch, then you can kind of tilt your whole torso downwards, and you should start to feel a stretch in the outsides of the legs. You can accentuate that stretch by driving the arms downwards. Hold here for 3 breaths this time. Try to relax your shoulders. Try to relax your back muscles. And take your final deeper breath here. And then after the exhale, engage those belly muscles again, press into the feet and press yourself up. We're going to now come into fire log pose. Now this pose can be quite intense if done correctly, which sounds like it's not what we're after, but we are trying to get this stretch into the outsides of the legs. So what we're going to do is we're going to first come into a cross-legged position, and then I want you to bring your shins parallel to the top of the mat. Right? So they're not, these are your shins, by the way, or your tibias. What I want you to do is bring your shins parallel, so adjacent to the top of the mat, kind of like train tracks, right? So they're the same distance at the top and the tail of them. I'm over-explaining. So what I want you to do is just find that stretch. This might be far enough for you here. On my right leg, this feels like it's good. If you need a little bit extra, what you could do is take your leg that is in front and place the ankle of that foot, ankle of that leg, on top of the knee of the opposite leg, and you should start to feel it straight away. I feel quite tight in this way, so I'm going to come back down. And then to deepen that stretch, you just tilt yourself forward. But again, try not to round your back. Try to kind of reach your belly and your chest forward. Just hold there for 2 breaths. And after that second exhale, press into your hands, lift yourself up. And just swap the crossing of your legs over. Make sure that the shin, the tibia, is parallel to the top of the leg of that front leg, and then slowly bring yourself down. This one I don't feel so much, so I'm going to bring it on top. You can see there's a little bit more flexibility in this foot for me, in this leg for me. And just tilt myself forward, I feel it straight away. Take 2 breaths. And if it feels intense at any time, feel free to release off and just change it to the first version. Good. After that second exhale, slowly lift yourself up. And from here, straighten your legs out. They might be a bit stiff. Let's give them a bit of a massage, especially around the knees. My knees are feeling heavy today, like so. Let's do it around the ankles too. And then from here, let's come into staff pose. So to do that, I want you to straighten your legs out as best as you can. Draw your toes inwards, bring your hands beside you, fingertips pointing forward, and press down into the floor. So it's not a collapsing, it's a pressing down. Draw those toes back as you breathe in. Keep pressing into the hands, and all you're going to do on the exhale is point your toes. Let's do that 3 more times. Keep pressing into the hands. Good. From here, draw those knees into your chest and just give them a squeeze around your back. Hug your legs in. See if you can find a stretch in your back as you do this. And try to take 2 deep breaths. And the purpose and the intention of this pose is to really breathe and open up that back with your breath. So just take 2 deep breaths in and out here. Cool, slowly release. Now, I felt that when I brought the knees in, my hip flexors here were quite tight. So what we're going to do is a reverse bridge. So I'd like you to take your hands underneath your hips again, or beside your hips rather, your feet flat on the floor, and really gently we're going to press into the hands and lift our hips forward. And then you could either stay here and slowly start to lift, or you can straighten your core and your torso and lift your hips up. And you really want to press them up as much as you can. My ankles should be underneath my knees. You might need to adjust to get there. Keep lifting. Try to engage your triceps if you can. Keep lifting, breathing in. And after that exhale, lower yourself down nice and slow. Good. Okay, from here, come back into that staff pose, then cross your ankles over, bring your feet in, come onto your hands and knees, and let's just shake it out by starting to rotate the hips. Just loosen out any muscles that might have gotten tight in that last little moment. And circle your body the other way. That's it. Then come back to a neutral position, press into the hands, the knees and the feet, and lift your back up to the ceiling. Take a deep breath in and out here. And then tuck your toes under and gently drop your belly down, coming into your first cow position. Inhale to open up your chest, peel those shoulders open, so opening at the shoulder girdle, collarbones. And as you exhale, press your feet down and start by rolling your lower back up to the spine. Let the rest of your back follow. Keep going. Breathing in, slowly awakening it up. Bringing lots of energy into your back, into your muscles. Imagining on the inhale that you're dropping your belly a little deeper, opening up the front of your spine a little bit more. And exhale, you're just doing the opposite. Let's do one more round. Good, then come back to a neutral position. To build strength into our body, step back into a plank and take 3 deep breaths here with me. Try to make them nice and slow and rhythmic. And keep pressing down into your hands. Take 1 more full breath in. A slow exhale out, and then after the exhale, I want you to bend at the elbows and lower yourself down. Use your knees if you need to come all the way onto the floor. Press your feet into your mat, bring your hands underneath your shoulders and inhale into a little cobra. Extend out through the top of your head. So you're reaching your spine nice and long, and then exhale, lower down. Let's do 2 more like that. Lift up a little higher if it feels okay for you. Breathe and lift up. Exhale, lower down. 1 more. Good. Draw those toes under, power up into a plank, and meet in down dog on the exhale. And from here, just stretch into your hamstrings, bend your knees left to right, and start to walk on the spot. Close your eyes or soften your gaze and just take a moment to notice your breath again, so tuning inwards. You notice it is easy to breathe or more challenging. Notice the temperature of your body, temperature on your arms, your legs, and your face. Notice if there's any difference between those places. And then take a deep breath in, and on that breath in, I want you to lift your heels up off the floor, reach your hips up, and on the exhale, ground them down. Good. Let's do 2 more like that, and then we're going to pause on the 3rd. Breathing and lift up. Exhale. And this is the 3rd one, so breathe and lift up. Exhale, ground down, and just hold here. Try to eliminate any movement in the physical sense and just let yourself breathe. Feel yourself tune into the breath. And then for this next breath, see if you can notice 3 sounds in the room around you. Good. And then very gently start to walk your feet to the top of the mat, coming into your forward fold, Uttanasana. Let your body hang here for just a moment. Then take your hands onto your thighs, and on the inhale, lengthen your spine and reach out through the top of your head. As you exhale, bend your knees and fold yourself down and feel your spine relax. Take a hold of your elbows and just sway your torso from side to side. And then come back to a still position in the center and just knock your head forwards and to the sides to do a couple of yeses and nos and to release the spine around the neck. And really gently release your hands to the floor. Press down into your feet and feel every single part of the space underneath your feet. So feel the space underneath your big toes, your little toes, the sides of your feet, the insides of your feet, and your heels. And try to drive down into that space and slowly curl your spine up into a standing position. Rolling up vertebrae by vertebrae, pressing down into the floor. Being really mindful of your back. Continuing to breathe. And eventually making your way to a nice vertical standing position. As you come here, engage the muscles of your thighs. Draw your palms forwards, so facing forward, and then sweep your arms up as you breathe in. And as you exhale, reach them out to the sides and float them all the way down. Do that 2 more times, breathing in. Let your breath find its flow here. Good. On the next inhale rather, I want you to step your feet together. We're just going to do one little sequence here to round the class into a full and dynamic and strong and open stretch. We're going to sweep our hands forward and up to the ceiling. We've got a little less ceiling here on one side. And I want you to bend your knees, engage the muscles of your belly. This will flatten your back out. Reach your hands directly up past your ears and then tilt your whole torso forward. Relax your shoulders, relax your shoulders. Make sure your feet are together, feel the pressure in your feet, and take 3 deep breaths in and out here with me. Try to reach out through the hands. Sink a little deeper into your seat. Relax those shoulders, engage the core. 1 more breath. And after the exhale, just fold yourself all the way down into your forward fold, your Uttanasana. Halfway lift as you breathe in, lengthen out through the top of the head. Exhaling to fold forward, coming into a plank position, and then lowering yourself down onto your belly. Inhale into your cobra, reach out through the top of the head. Exhale to curl the spine down. Power up into a plank on the inhale. And exhale back to downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, step your left foot forward as you breathe in. Drop the back knee to the floor. Flatten the back foot out on the mat and sweep your arms up. As you exhale, sink your hips down. Keep breathing like this. Inhaling, reaching back and up. And exhaling, sinking down. 1 more. Good. Bring your hands back down onto the floor. From here, we're going to sink back onto that right heel, straightening our left leg as we do so. If this is uncomfortable for you, you can come to Janushrishasana. That's when your right leg is out to the side, right foot is on the left thigh. Otherwise, just sitting back on that heel. Sweep your arms up as you breathe in. And exhale to reach them forward and up. And then tilt them down, land them wherever is comfortable, and fold. Take 2 breaths here. Really try to feel a nice juicy stretch in that hamstring. Maybe in your lower back. Keep those left toes drawn towards you. And after that second exhale, bring your hands beside your hips, bend the front knee. Bring yourself forward, and from here we're going to come into a bit of a warrior 3. So we're going to power down into that left foot, lift ourselves up into a kind of like a high lunge, and then lift our right leg off the floor, press the heel back behind us. See if you can come up onto your fingertips, straighten both legs, maybe bring your hands through to your heart center. Try to power back through that right heel and engage the muscles of that right thigh. Take 1 more full breath in and exhale to fold everything down. Inhale for your halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. Inhale to roll your spine all the way up. Nice and slow. Take as many breaths as you need. And once you're up, float those hands out to the side and to the ceiling. Exhale your hands through to your heart center. Just notice how your body feels. Hopefully it feels quite good. Let's do that 2 more times. Breathing in, lifting up. Exhaling down. 1 more. Good, then step your feet together. Come into everyone's favorite chair pose, Bakasana. I think it's Bakasana. Uttanasana. Sweep your arms up. Exhale, sit. And then from here, reach out through the fingertips. And on the exhale, just tilt your body forward. Just breathe. Sit a little deeper on the exhale. Feel the pressure evenly dispersed in your feet. Just become aware of those big toes, how they press down. Same with the little toes. Same with the heels. Engage the core a little bit. Take 1 more breath in. And exhale to fold everything forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant those hands down. Step back into a plank. Lower yourself down. Inhale into your cobra. Lifting up. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale to plank. And exhale to down dog. Inhale, right leg comes forward. Exhale, drop the back knee to the floor. Inhale, sweep both arms up. Exhale, sink down. 2 more times. Good. And then bring your hands down onto the floor. And from here, press into your hands, walk them back. Come and sit back onto your left heel or take a variation. Sweep your arms up as you breathe in. Draw those right toes back. And exhale to float your hands forward and down. Just breathe. 2 breaths. Feel into the hamstring. Stay with your breath. After the second exhale, all we're going to do is bring ourselves forward. Come into that high lunge again. Come up onto the tippy toes of that back foot and try to lift yourself up, lifting that back leg up off the floor. If you're struggling, if it's bent, if it doesn't want to be nice and strong here, try to press out through the heel, engage that left thigh muscle. Maybe lift up onto the fingertips. Maybe bring your hands through to your heart center. Take 3 deep breaths. Just do your best. Relax your shoulders and your neck. Take 1 more full breath in. Exhale, fold everything down. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And this time, just let your body hang here. Let your arms flop down. Do a couple of yeses and nos with your head to relax and loosen up. Let's take 2 more breaths here. And when you're ready, gently drop your hips down to your heels. And from here, come onto your back. As soon as you get there, just find a way to make your body a little more comfortable. And instead of bringing those knees into the chest right away, just take your hands to your belly and to your chest. Breathe in, feel your body expand with energy. And exhale to feel it relax. Take 2 more rounds of breath like that. And really slowly, you can bring those knees into your chest and squeeze them in and circle them around. Massage them. Loosen out any kinks. And circle them the other way. And we're going to close this class in Supta Barakanasana, which is that butterfly or diamond legged pose. So feet together, knees apart. I'm just going to rest here. What I encourage you to do is take your fists and place them underneath your thighs to a degree where you don't feel too much strain in your hips. If you are feeling strain, even when you do this, then especially on the insides of those hips and the groin region, then please take some cushions and place them underneath your legs. I know it's inconvenient, but I just don't want you to feel like you're under any pressure or discomfort when you're here, because it's not the point of the pose. So just take whatever variation you need here. I'm going to close the class the same way that we started, with 3 cleansing breaths and then 10 deep breaths in and out through the nostrils. So when you're ready, just make yourself comfortable and take a deep breath down into your belly and up into your chest. And exhale out of your mouth with a sigh. 2 more like that. Good. Now start to take the breath in and out through the nostrils again. With each inhalation, breathe in energy. And with the exhalation, feel your body soften and relax. If this Supta Baddha is uncomfortable for you, you can straighten your legs or bring them flat on the floor with your knees bent. Just find that comfortable space and breathe. Got 5 more breaths left. Can you soften your body a little more? Feel yourself relax a little more. Is there any part of you that you can let go of, be it either in a physical sense or mentally or emotionally? For this last breath, connect back to the feeling of the inhale and the exhale. And really feel yourself breathe in deeply. Exhale out slowly. If you'd like, you can stay here. Otherwise, begin to wriggle your fingers and your toes. And And use the strength of your arms to lift your knees together, and then lengthen them out. Lengthen your arms out too and take a nice big stretch. As you exhale, bring your knees into your chest. And just roll over onto your right side. And I'd like you to tune in just for a moment longer to the feeling of your body. Notice the temperature on your skin, on your face, your arms, your hands, your legs and your feet. Notice if it differs here. And then really slowly press into your hands and bring yourself up to a comfortable seat at the top of your mat. To close the class, we're just going to take one deep breath here. And for that deep breath, I'd like you to focus on the sounds in the room around you. Tuning into our senses helps us to tune into ourselves. And by tuning into the temperature on our skin or the feeling inside of our body or the sounds around us, we embody that. So that's why we're doing it. Bring your hands either through to your heart center or on your knees, and just take a moment to settle yourself in, and then take a deep breath in and out to notice the sounds around you. Please feel welcome to stay here for as long as you need or would like to. Thank you very much for joining me for this yoga practice at home. Have a lovely rest of your day. Namaste.